Welcome back, everyone, to our Dungeons & Dragons game.
Okay.
I'm Jeffrey. I'll be the Dungeon Master tonight.
And Kumi as a Rhinelinia.
Rhinelinia.
Cleric.
A cleric, yes.
A
An
cleric.
elf. Half-elf cleric.
Half-elf
Half-elf cleric. Yes.
cleric.
Huh. And?
And I'm AG
Huh.
as Jack Will.
Jack Will. Good old Jack Will.
Jack Will. Artificer.
Human
Human.
artificer.
Human artificer.
Yeah. You're like a handyman kind of a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure your skills will come in handy, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, last time we all met for the first time ever.
That was fun.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Yes, it was.
I had fun too. I wasn't sure what was going to happen there, but
Me too.
I did.
yeah. That was definitely fun. And so we met, right? You both had separately, you both had some kind of business with the Green Wizard, right? So I'm just recapping really quick so we can really launch out into today's adventure, yeah? So you were looking for the Green Wizard for some purpose, right? And you met him and talked with him in the tavern. Yeah? The Cracked Tankard Tavern. And then while they were having their dinner and talking about her business, you came up and you had a letter, right? From your old kind of college friend, a wizard friend, yeah, a colleague. And you gave it to, you were supposed to give it to the Green Wizard from your colleague, and you gave it to the Green Wizard, right?
Right.
But I guess you had a few doubts about it, right? Right.
Because the name is a little different.
Ah, yes, yes.
What was his name? That your colleague name?
Philip.
No. The green something. Green.
The Green Wizard.
No. Green munchkin. Green. What was it? Green.
Tindarius the Green.
Tindarius the Green.
Tindarius the Green, yes.
Tindarius the Green.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, you felt something was suspicious, right? And you...
Yeah.
Right.
I
So,
had.
you left the tavern and you hid in the bushes outside, across from the tavern, right? In the nighttime. All right. Then, you were going to follow him, I guess, right? Okay. Then he came out and walked down the road a little bit. Then just as you were coming out to follow, she suddenly came out and you kind of bumped into each other. Right? And, well, you have a reason you want to follow the Green Wizard. And I guess you were kind of done with the Green Wizard, right?
I was done. Totally done.
Right. But you decided to go with him to follow, right?
Right.
Eventually. That's what we weren't sure about, if anything was going to happen. We were going to go separate ways and have two different adventures, but we have one adventure now. So. Well, I hope you won't regret your choice.
I hope.
I hope you have a fine adventure with Jack. All right. Okay. Good. So we caught up. Yeah, we're good. All right. So now, you two are standing outside the Cracked Tankard Tavern, where you just had a meal and a little conversation, yeah. And you're standing there in the dark on the road. And one way leads to the town, which is not very big. It's a small town. And it's quite dark. And the other way leads back to the road, like out of town. And the Tindarius, the Green Wizard, went that way. So when you bumped into each other, you had a kind of long conversation to decide if she's going to join you, right? Yeah? So now your conversation is finished and you're going to go together. But it's been, like a few minutes. 5 minutes? 10 minutes that you were talking, maybe. Now, before she came out, the last time you were watching the Green Wizard walk away, he was headed out of town. Okay? That way. And then you bumped and you had a conversation, and that was maybe 5 or 10 minutes, yeah? So when you look back, you don't really see him there. But you know he went that direction, okay? Good? That's where we are picking up from last time, okay? Are you good? So there's the inn, the inn, the 2-story inn and tavern. There's some bushes behind you. The road to town, the town is that way and out of town is that way, yeah? And you are here in the dark with just the lights from the tavern and an empty road. But you know the Green Wizard went that way last time you saw, okay? About 5 or 10 minutes ago. So that's where you're at. Are you ready? All right. So let's pick up. All right. What will you do now? Now that you're together, what do you think you'll do?
My turn.
No turns right now. So out of combat, so in combat, turns are very important because we all have to take up. But out of combat, there's no real turn. You can just kind of play, loosely. Time is loose, so.
I have idea. Actually, I did my ritual of animal friendship this morning.
Okay, right. And that lasts for a day, so.
With a dog.
A dog, okay. Can I ask where you found the dog, or that's fine. That's really that's really fine.
So, well, I don't know if it was this morning or not actually, but when I got into this town, I made a friend,
Okay.
a dog,
All right.
to help me.
All right. So, like on the road as you were coming into the town, you met a dog. Do you think this was a wild dog, a really wild dog, or a kind of like one of the kind of town dogs that runs around the town? Kind of like that?
Like
I mean,
that.
most towns have stray dogs that run around.
Like that.
Half wild, half tame. Okay, like that? Okay. Good.
I have a skill of animal handling.
Yes, you do. Did you make friends with this dog through your animal handling skills and food or something, or did you cast the spell on him, with him?
Cast this spell, the ritual.
Okay.
Ritual.
All right. Cool. So of animal friendship. All right. Well, great.
So because I have the animal handling, so he could stay in there 10 minutes with me.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Yeah, you can. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Without leash.
So when you were coming into town, you saw him kind of around the road, and you kind of made friends with him long enough to do your spell. And so, so that will last, about a day. So he's... So can I ask what you told him before you actually arrived in the town and met the wizard, what did you tell the dog to do as your companion?
Oh, no, just when I need help,
Okay.
just I'll call you.
No, fine. Okay, great.
He knows town.
Yeah, he's the town dog. One of the town dogs. Okay, great. Can you describe him a little bit? Just a little bit. Size or
Middle size?
Yeah.
Like a little smaller than like a retriever.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Yeah, and not a little terrier or chihuahua, right?
No, not
Okay.
small.
Yeah, a medium dog. Yeah, okay. Great, cool. Alright. Well, great. So
I'll
that's really
call
fun.
him,
Okay.
and then he come, and then he can kind of find that the green wizard, the how he and then he can lead us.
Okay, great. Yeah, we'll talk to Jack here. What do you think?
Tinderius green banished to the road.
Yeah, well, when when Tinderius came out of the tavern, he didn't see you because you were hiding, right? And he just, kind of casually walked down the road, going towards the out of town way. Yeah. Yeah. But you don't see him now because you spent some time talking, right? So he's got a 10-minute lead.
And can I ask her to help her dog to help us with sensation of smell?
Yes. So now that you have kind of joined forces, you've agreed to work together. Yeah, you can just talk directly in character or out of character,
Can
either
I
way.
ask her?
Yeah, please, yeah. Go ahead.
How do you think about my idea? To use your pretty dog to search the green.
Yeah.
Follow the green. Do you think your dog can do that?
I think so.
Yeah. Dog has great sensation of both.
They do.
I cannot really tell my dog to finding the green wizard.
Well, of course you can. I mean, he'd be happy to help you, yes. But you don't have animal communication spell right now, right? I think that's a 10-minute spell, I think. So, I mean, you can either cast that as a ritual now, losing more time, or you can cast it normally, instantaneously, and use a spell slot, right? Or I mean, you can. So to communicate really detailed like that, you would need the spell. But just to communicate, like, hey, follow, that's. I mean, you can do that with a normal dog without magic, right? But you have to have a way for him to maybe.
I need to have some kind of thing to.
That's right, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't have.
All right.
Oh.
You got something from him, like potion or something.
You did. He. If you remember, when you
potion.
gave. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You have a little blue bottle.
So make my dog smell and then. Pew!
How can I do that? I
Just
ask her to do that.
well, just work it out as you would normally in real life.
Pass it to her.
Sure.
Okay. Please use this potion. This might has smells of him. And please pass it to your pretty dog. Please. Okay.
So I let my dog smell, and he understood.
Yeah. Okay.
and then he start kind of
Okay.
running.
Yeah. So your dog,
Thank you.
yeah, your dog
Good
smells, and at first the sleeping potion he's kind of like, ugh.
Oh my.
But you are able to get him to smell again. Then he sniffs it closer, and then, yeah, as you gesture for him to lead, he understands, and he starts sniffing the ground, and starts going down the road, out of town.
Let's follow him.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Good? All right. So you start following him on the way out of town, and the tavern is really on the edge of town. So you're out. You leave the town very quickly. You pass the place where you met the Green Wizard first, where there used to be some stalls, like yatai little stalls and stands of market, like the free market kind of. And you see they're all closed up, and they're just kind of little, sticks and tarps and stuff, And you pass that, and as you get a little bit further out, the light from the town that's left really fades out. So now it's quite dark. It's like a medieval forest now, so a little dark. So you have dark vision as a half elf, but you don't have dark vision, so you need some kind of light. What?
Spyglass.
Yes, spyglass would be great for
Lantern,
either looking at stars
lantern.
or yeah.
I have a lantern,
Okay.
so I want to use this one.
Do you want to use your light? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you light up your lantern. Okay.
How can I use this?
Just you probably already have oil in it, I'm sure. So,
Gold?
is it a bullseye or a hooded lantern?
Bullseye.
Bullseye. So bullseye lantern has a mirror in the back, so it's really bright, shining, kind of in one direction mostly. Yeah. The old carriages used to have those kinds on front of them, so it has like a mirror to focus. So it goes out quite a ways. Okay.
Okay. I
But
put
we
it out from my back and
but
Okay.
but we like shouldn't be like found by the Green Wizard. We are following him.
all right.
That's true.
True.
So
Indeed.
if the light is too strong, shining out like towards to him, then
Yeah. Right.
or could be it's okay. Like if someone might walk, doesn't need to be us, and then he doesn't expect that someone is following him.
That's possible. I mean, travelers in these areas don't often travel at night, but they do. So, Do you have other options? Do you have other light?
I have produced flame. It lasts 10 minutes.
Oh, and that's a cantrip, right? So you can keep doing again and again freely, yeah. And that has light. Did you write down how far? It's not really.
3 meters.
And then 3 more meters, right? Does it say 3 meters and 3 meters?
3 meters, 3 meters.
Okay, so that means around you 3 meters, you have nice bright light, like a lantern. And then beyond that 3 meters is kind of dim light. Yeah, so about 6 meters light. All right.
We can watch our foot
Yes.
safely. We can.
Can I make this like the flame kind of smaller?
Yeah, you could control it to.
Yeah.
That would be the maximum. So you could that would be just the full. But you could make it. Yeah. a little smaller, and you can control that. Sure.
Because we are kind of stalking him, so
Stalking in the night, the green wizard.
yeah. So maybe better to be minimum.
Okay.
Okay. Hi.
All right. Good. So, so your produced flame just makes it the flame in your hand. It doesn't burn you, but it is a real fire. Other than that, so it will burn other things, right? So you want to maybe hold it, something, and okay. Great. You have light, and if it goes out, you can just cast it again. So it's kind of no problem. Yeah.
How long does that take? Last
10 minutes.
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. And she can. It's a cantrip, so she can cast again after 10 minutes easily, very quickly. Yeah.
Maybe in 10 minutes, if we work fast, then might catch him.
Okay.
This 10 meter means the distance for
6 seconds.
6 seconds. Oh, this was in the battle.
That's for the battle. Yeah. Because in battle, movement and stuff is really very detailed. But out of combat, don't have to worry about that too much. You have your normal walking, as a normal human walking. Yeah. So, all right. So
I don't have to think about this so far.
not too much. Not unless there's really someone chasing you and they're faster or slower than you or something like that. Don't have to worry about it too much. It's just normal walking speed. So, all right. So you following the dog? Go ahead. Yeah.
I worry about Green, the man, use some wizard to us.
Okay.
If he find us, you say that.
That's a good point. I have one question. While are you talking while walking behind the dog, or are you having a meeting?
Behind the work.
Okay. So you're walking, following the dog with the light, small, and talking. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. So sorry to interrupt you. So you're worried that he might cast some spells on you.
You mean like if he found us? Maybe. So
By the way, we are finding his shotai, his real state.
His real character?
The real character.
Yeah, real character.
So we are following him. Where is he now?
Don't.
In front of us, about far from. How long far from us?
Well, he had at least 10 minutes walking time before you started following. So he's 10 minutes ahead of you.
and we are walking fast right now, yeah, to catch up him.
Yeah?
No?
And you are dog.
So you're kind of running behind the dog. Well, jogging behind the, walking very fast behind the dog. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
いつまで How long will this situation continue?
I'll let you know.
Long.
I'll let you know when the dog does something. He just keeps going straight. He's still going, following the road, down the road, yeah. So you're still walking on the road. So you have, it seems like you can talk a little bit, because he's just walking down the road.
So you concerned about like when the wizard found us that he might do something to us.
one, and I actually want to know where he are going to.
Well, he said he go back
He's,
home,
yeah.
but
まだかな
And suddenly the dog stops for a moment and sniffs around the road.
okay. Mhm.
He's sniffing around. Maybe he kind of lost the trail.
Ah, I see.
Then he goes off the trail a little bit
Oh,
and starts barking to you
huh.
to follow. Well, it seems like he wants you to follow him.
Ah, okay, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Is he barking to you?
And then like to let us follow him like off the road. But
Into the forest.
okay. He mentioned that his like his house castle is on the top of the some kind of hill or something.
Yeah, he did. He had said that his kind of tower was up on the mountain, which you can't see now in the dark. But
Okay.
yeah, he said that above the town, on the mountain above the town, his tower is there. That's what he said at dinner
And
to
then-
both of you.
And then the road that we were walking was like toward that place. Seems like.
You're on the road, like really out of town, so not necessarily toward the tower. So
Okay.
this is the road that you actually walked into town. Yeah. So I mean, you would imagine that if there was a road to the tower, it would be off of this road. Not this road is not the tower road. This is the road, like the kind of highway, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
But then the where the dog is kind of letting us follow into the woods. That towards to that tower he mentioned seems.
It
like?
seems on the same side as the tower would be. Yeah, but it's not a road. It's just kind of. You don't really see a road there.
Even not like a animals that or the.
A path.
The kikori-san. What?
Woodcutter.
Like they use the little path or not at all. Like
Not at all.
not at all.
Just into the woods. Not a path.
Like seems like no one really walked in, like a
Right.
human-sized person.
Well, of course you can walk in. I mean, the trees aren't right next to each other, but there's no like path. It's just.
But not like a jungle, like a lot of the weeds, and like if you go in, definitely there is
Yeah.
like the weeds were like
No, I'm sorry.
stabbed. And,
Not like a Japanese jungle in summer.
okay.
Yeah, here the mountains are really wild with, bushes and vines and stuff. But this is, a lighter forest, so the trees are a little more spaced apart, and there's bushes underneath, but it's not dense like a Japanese mountain. You can walk through the trees, but you definitely don't see like a well-traveled path.
And then don't show that someone walked in.
Well, I mean, if you want to really search, I think you have survival skill, right? That includes tracking, for tracking animals and stuff. So if you want to use that, you could search for tracks if you like.
I'll do.
Okay, sure. give me a roll of your d20. Using your survival. Can you find it? It should be toward the bottom. Maybe the last.
I have +5.
Wow, that's really good. Wow. So give me a roll of your d20. The big round one, the roundest one. Yeah, that one.
By the way, you don't have any single skill that can
I
use?
don't think so.
Okay.
You don't have survival. Do you have nature? Well, you can use your perception skill, which would be up here, I think. Perception. You can use that. That's just normally for noticing things. But survival skill actually has tracking, so that's kind of more...
Okay, then
More to the point,
I'll
yeah.
roll.
Right.
Today's first roll.
All right.
You 17.
+5? Wow, that's awesome. So
22.
yes, 22. So you see definite footprints. You see some pretty fresh footprints going into the forest, and you see some older footprints coming out to the road.
Okay.
So it looks pretty clear that someone earlier had come out, and then that same person, same shoes style, went back, because the going into the forest tracks are kind of partially covering the ones going out. So definitely you see that. So the same person has come out and gone in here, and gone back in really recently.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do I have good ear?
Pretty good ears. I mean, elves, which you're half elves have good perception.
So
Not like a dog, but still good.
So if we got a little closer with the green wizard, I can maybe hear, because if he was in the wood, I don't know his season, but if he step on the dry leaf or little bushes, maybe make sounds and.
Possible, but one thing is you're traveling with. Well, if he has stealth, and if you want to sneak, both of you, and the dog, then I'm sure you can. But yeah. So are you?
Okay.
Yeah, you can sneak and try. What do you have a stealth skill?
Yes, +1.
+1. Okay.
+1.
All right. How about you?
What's
Stealth is.
I have +2.
+2. Okay. So why don't you both give me a roll? This is your first roll,
What's
man.
stealth?
Stealth is your ability to move quietly.
Okay.
Yeah. And this will have two purposes. One, so the green wizard, if it is the green wizard, or whoever, robbers, I don't know, hears you. Okay. So you don't want him to hear you, but also you don't want to make too much noise to cover the noise you're trying to hear from him, right? So, yeah. Okay. So, please roll your d20s.
D20.
And this is Eiji's first, this is Jatmil's first roll in Dungeon Dragons.
Yes.
So, let's,
My first roll.
yeah.
5.
5. Good roll. Good
Yeah,
roll.
but it's better than 1.
Yeah. And +1.
+1.
Just 6.
All right. And Kumi?
Okay, I'll do.
Rhinolinia?
I got 1! What's that
Plus?
mean? 2.
+2. 1 + 2. Okay. You're just not that quiet this time.
So actually, this rule might work something negative.
Possibly, but you're just not that quiet. And your dog This is for you and the dog, so yeah. All right. So he is, not like a panther or anything, but he's pretty quietly walking, sneaking, and you're kind of quietly sneaking, but the dog is going like he's pretty excited. I mean, he probably spends most of his days like eating garbage from the from the cracked tankard tavern, probably, right? So he's pretty excited to have a friend who's, on an adventure through the forest in the middle of the night. Yeah. So he's very excited. So you don't hear so well. Yeah, so you don't hear a lot going on. But you hear kind of like some owls and like that. But you don't hear anything going on right now, okay?
Okay.
But you're sneaking now, okay? And the dog is going through the forest now. Are you following him? You keep going through? Or?
What do you think?
I will.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you're following him through the forest, and you keep sneaking.
Yeah.
As well as the dog can sneak. All right. So the dog keeps going, and maybe after about 15 minutes. Well, no, you're sneaking. So about 15-20 minutes after you're sneaking through the forest. Faintly, you see, faintly is like low, like, yeah. Faintly you see some kind of light, an orangey light off in the distance. Not super far, but off in the distance. You can't see it clearly because it's still out of your clear range. You're in a forest, but you see a little light up there, up ahead. Okay.
Okay.
And the dog is still like going towards the
You
light.
don't like dog.
I do like dogs.
Does this detect magic work to search the light?
I think that has a range of 10 meters.
10 minutes. I wrote 10 minutes.
Did you write the radius of the spell? I think. Let me check it.
Detect magic.
Yeah.
Detect magic.
Well, 2 points. One, it'll take you. Well, but you see a light. It'll take you 10 minutes to cast if you want to do ritual, right? But
Ritual magic.
or you'll burn a spell slot, which is fine if you want to. But
Well, if the light is the wizard's castle, then
10
maybe
meters. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
maybe can take the 10 minutes. Because don't need to rush.
So 10 meters. You're not close enough.
Okay.
Detect magic is kind of small. Your little area around you. It's still quite a ways off. So yeah. I mean, if you want to. So it's a concentration spell. So you can, and it'll last for 10 minutes. The light is not 10 minutes away. You can make it to the light in 10 minutes. Yeah. You're like a few minutes normal walk. So if you're sneaking up, it'll probably take you 5 minutes to nicely sneak up on the light. Yeah. So if you want to cast a spell now, you can take 10 minutes to cast a spell, and then as you walk towards, you would have a zone of detecting magic up to 10 minutes. So you'll reach the place if that's what you want. Up to you.
Maybe save it. Maybe find out that what is that light. Maybe go closer.
Closer.
Any risk?
Risk?
Can you think any risk that the go closer to that light? Like secretly.
how can I get closer to the light? How can I get closer?
Walk.
Sneak.
Walk there. Might have danger. You think?
Just walk. 近づく。Let's get closer to the light by walk.
Okay.
If you think that's okay.
Okay.
Really?
I'll try.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm not sure. But...
Yeah.
Or
How's your dog?
how's my dog?
Still kind of. Well,
Sniffing?
so he's kind of looking back at you. I mean, I guess you're stopped talking. You paused, right? I guess. Yeah. So as you were kind of stopped to discuss, yeah, he's just a little ahead of you towards the light. Yeah. Still clearly on track. And I mean, he's just kind of looking at you like, kind of, you know, like, are we gonna go? What are we gonna do? Like that. So he's waiting for you. And yeah.
So we have detecting.
So you guys are taking a little bit of time. He sits down and kind of waits for you.
What kind of skill you have that, like, if there might be
What do you
some
wanna do?
kind of, like a trap or as a magic or physical kind of trap or
Sure.
so we have some kind of skill or
Sure. Perception
perception.
or possibly investigation can help.
Investigation.
Do you have investigation?
Yes, I do.
You might.
I have perception +5, investigation +1.
Investigation +5.
Oh,
So for finding traps and things, investigation is probably a little better
oh,
because it's more about that kind of searching for clues and things like that.
huh.
Yeah.
Use that?
What kind of clues?
That's a good question. Can we have a little bit of Okay.
What kind of clues we are finding?
So just to remind you of the setting, you're in a dark forest, right? There's a light in the forest ahead of you. You can't see it clearly because it's kind of blocked by the trees, but the light is coming to you, right? You have a dog that's kind of waiting patiently for the moment, who is taking you there. And you have a flame, yeah? So what would we be kind of looking for, yeah? So to use your investigation, it does help me to know kind of what you're looking for.
Well, so
what you're trying to
if, well, I guess he is definitely wizard. I don't know if he's a Tindelius the Grim, but he is a wizard, I guess. So he might make some magical trap or something around his castle. If the orange light is from his castle.
So should I use some spell?
Maybe we can.
Skill?
If you're worried about, to be honest, if you're worried about magic,
Oh.
then detect magic spell is going to be more useful than the investigation. So investigation will detect, you know, if there's wires between the trees to trip you, or, you know, like that kind of thing.
Well,
Or
we
if there's
can-
magical symbols carved into a tree. But if there's just like a magic spell in action, that probably won't catch it so well. You would want the detect magic spell.
But it's nothing really loose to use that investigation skill. So check
sure,
that
yeah,
first,
of course,
and then
of course.
and then we might not find anything from it, and we might find something, and then we might try the detect
magic. Okay. Right.
Or boldly just go walk there.
Boldly go into the night.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm using detect magic.
Oh.
Detect magic? Okay.
Okay.
So
With
that
and boldly walked to the right.
I see.
with detect magic in play. Okay. All right. You cast.
My perception doesn't do anything for this.
Well, you can certainly roll.
What's so?
Perception is your kind of noticing ability. Your ability to notice things.
Okay. At least can I do this perception before AG
Of course.
do?
Go ahead.
20?
Yes.
Okay. 19
Wow.
plus 5.
Plus 5.
24.
Yeah, that's really good. Okay, so I have one question now. Are you like trying to perceive from where you're at? You're not moving, right? You're just trying to like. You're not walking. Okay. All right. So, you just see the light coming through the trees, and the dog, and the tracks, but you can't see anything really clearly, unfortunately, because the trees are kind of really, in the distance, kind of blocking. But you do feel like this is probably from a fire, like a small fire. Not a forest fire, like a small fire. And you just get the feeling that there might be a building of some kind there. And maybe not a big building. That's just kind of the feeling you get from that scene. You really don't know. I mean, it could be anything, but you get the feeling that there might be a building there.
Small building.
Probably not a big building. From the quality of the light coming through, it seems like maybe it's like, like that. Like you imagine a farmhouse or something. Like that. Does that help?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I have that information instantaneously?
If she...
So maybe I'll tell exactly like that to you.
You have it.
And then I will use this magic.
The detect magic? Okay.
Yeah.
Will you cast it or ritual? 10 minutes ritual or instant cast?
Can I use this instant?
Of course, you can do either one you want. But if you use it instant, it'll use up one of your 2 spells. Or if you cast a ritual, you get 10 minutes to cast it. So it's really up to you. But
Without ritual.
without ritual, you just go for it. All right.
Boldly.
That's bold. That's good. I like that. All right. All right. So you cast the detect magic.
To the right.
Great. Okay. So
some kind of building.
well, so okay. So you're still too far from the building, right? And you have your detect magic is, what did I say? 10 meters, no? 10 meters around you, yeah. So you have to, start walking towards it, yeah. Hold on, wait, let me check that again. Did I get it? Yeah, 10 meters. So you'll have to approach. So are you really boldly walking, or are you sneaking walking?
Be bold.
Bold, okay.
Bold.
And?
Kind of following him, but not sure way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right then.
With
As
dog.
you
With dog.
so you cast the detect magic, and you start boldly walking to the light, and the dog is like, yeah. So he's very excited. He turns around and he's yeah, and you go, and I guess you're following after. Okay. So you are going towards the light, and as you get closer and closer, you don't see any. So detect magic will give us like a blue glow to something that's magic, right? You don't see anything so far. When you, so I'll describe this as you go. Okay. So you're getting closer to the light, and you still don't see any magic. Okay. You're closer to the light. Clearly, there's a building there. Okay. And now you still don't see any magic. Now you're about to leave the kind of edge of the woods, okay, into the open, okay, and you see clearly a little farmhouse, very small, like a very small farmhouse, okay. Are you still using your light?
Really like small.
Really small, okay. Okay.
Dim.
DM, yeah, okay. All right, so you get closer, and so now you're at the very edge of the forest, and you're about to break into the open space toward the farmhouse, okay? And you see, so you notice in front of the farmhouse, well, so here's a farmhouse, yeah, and kind of in front, but to the side, you see like a small blue glow, about this big, on the ground. Okay, you see that, and you're about to enter the open space. Do you keep boldly going, or what do you do?
So there is that
Let's
magic.
be careful. What kind of magic do you think? What kind of
Like a
magic?
alarm?
Alarm?
Like for the someone's entry.
It put it by green.
Well, we don't know that's green resort house or not, but probably.
And as you're kind of talking,
Can I get closer to the house?
yeah, so there's a few more trees until the house, so you can get to the tree that's right before the, from the tree there's 5 meters to the house, like there's a little clearing space, yeah. So
I want to or cast something to the blue glow light to check that magic.
Does he have that kind of spell? Something?
Thieves to small knife.
oh, you want to throw something? Well, I mean, you
Oh,
Still something.
do you want to throw your equipment, or just a rock, or a stick, or like what are you imagining? You
Can
gonna
I throw
attack it, or
just a stone?
sure, of course, yeah.
but then what might happen?
If the magic is dangerous, something happened to the stone that I threw.
And then
If something attacked the stone, let's get away.
but if it was like alert and the person who is inside of the house will notice something entered.
Oh. Right. It's more dangerous.
I don't know, but
なんか使えないかね。
there is is no like your spell or skill that what kind of the magic is.
That is.
That is. Does he have?
I think identify won't really work here. I think at this level you don't have a good option to really know exactly what it is. I think identify is not a spell you can really. Let me check it.
Be bold and go for it is the only way we can do.
Yeah, identify is a touch spell, so you have to be holding something. So, yeah, I mean, you can use your investigation or your perception, but probably that's not going to give you a lot of information about a magic thing, unless you can get closer with more light. So, there's a problem of light here. You don't have really good light, so you can see.
But
She can see.
Yeah, like how.
But just seeing how can help.
Yeah, you can see if there's something there. Yeah.
Okay. So how about around the house?
You want to walk around the house?
Of course, don't wanna touch the some magic, but
yeah, you can. You mean walk into the clearing or walk through the trees around the house, like so you're still behind the trees like that?
can we see inside from there?
No. So you see the light. The light is just coming through some cracks in the window of the house.
So there is a window.
Yeah, but it's like kind of boarded up. So you just see light kind of coming through some cracks. It's not really like wah like that. Yeah.
So cannot see inside from anywhere.
It looks like an old, like a really old, kind of rundown farmhouse. So you have dark vision, so you can see not in color, but you can see better. So it looks like the farmhouse is a little kind of run down. Yeah.
Run down.
Old, not in good condition. I mean, you can use your perception to try and, kind of like see more details.
But there is a wizard.
Don't know.
The
You
blue
don't know.
light means wizard.
No. So the blue light just means, so when you cast Detect Magic, anything that has magic will be glowing blue around it. That's it. You don't get any other detail than that. It's just there's magic here. So you don't. And
Magic.
the shape was like a little bigger than this pot on the ground area. And you can't really see. It's in the shadows, and so there's like junk around there.
Well, the dog is following the green wizard, and maybe he thinks the green wizard is in there, that the dog thinks, and probably that's the green wizard, but we haven't really found out yet.
The dog has stopped with you because he senses there's kind of something, going on with you. So he's not really yappy right now because he senses your tension. So he's calm. What do you want to do?
If we just go in, to the door, the gate, and then knock the door, what could happen?
I don't know. A little bit scary. Right?
And then we don't have anything to figure out what is the magic.
Let's try.
I mean, you can give a little more light, and then look more closely. You have dark vision, so if you get a little more light, you can probably see.
Oh,
Ooh.
it's able to see things, the magic?
Not magic. I mean, you'll be able to see what the magic is coming from.
Oh.
If it's a thing, you'll be able to see clearly what the thing is. If it's not a thing, you won't be able to see, of course. But
Oh, okay, then I'll see.
okay, you want to give a little more light? You'll need a little more light, I think, to use your dark vision here. Because the light coming out of the light
I can
coming
throw
out
my
is
light.
like
I
Yes,
can
you
throw
can do
my
that.
flame.
you can throw your flame. Yeah,
Mm.
you might catch things on fire though. Be careful.
Oh.
It's a real flame, except it doesn't burn you. Yeah, so keep that in mind about your create flame. It doesn't burn you, but it burns anything else as a normal flame. So do be careful. But
Okay,
you know
then-
the light
then
from
I-
the light is
then
shining
I-
kind of directly in your face, so you can't really be your dark vision isn't really working very well to see really good detail there. But if you give a little more light from your light, probably you can see a little further. But you'll have your light. But
Then I'll go closer
okay,
with the not big flame.
okay. Will you break?
Secretly.
Will you move beyond the trees or stay behind the trees still? So you know, there's the house and there's trees around it, yeah, and there's some clear space, yeah. You're still. I told you before you entered the space. So you're still like hanging out just in the trees, right? You're gonna go into the open between the house and the trees, or you're gonna stay behind the trees. Do you understand this
The
space? in here?
between doesn't have any magic. Yeah?
No, the magic zone, the little magic zone is clearly against the wall, and maybe there's some junk there, like farm junk there, you know, but like it's really against the wall of the little farmhouse.
How about if I throw my flame?
Flame.
I can also make water. If something got fired, then I can throw the water there.
Yes, you can. You can make rain and put out the fire. That's right.
Are there hay?
Don't know. You can't see that well right now.
If there is some hay, it will be
It would be a serious fire, and you would definitely have to cast your rain spell if you wanted your create water spell to stop the fire. But you could. That would work. That would certainly work. But you'll have a quick bonfire and possibly burn down a wooden building that way.
The blue kind of that seems like there is magic.
Yeah.
Is little far from the house.
No, it's kind of
Has
right
this-
next to the house.
Right next to the house.
Yeah.
The before the magic, the little space. What's there really? Glass?
Yeah, like that.
Like a low glass?
Grass and dirt. Yeah, cleared space.
Not dry.
Oh, well, there's leaves from the trees and stuff.
But not making a really serious fire.
I could. I mean, there are little piles of leaves around. Yeah.
By the way, this is the first time that we encountered weird things
Yeah.
this
Uh,
adventure.
mm.
So be careful.
Okay, be careful.
Well, that's good advice. Yeah, that's good advice. Hmm.
We have no experience.
Okay, then
Use
try
flame,
that.
right?
Try to slow my flame, and then if it burns, start fire, then I'll slow my water.
You can certainly do that.
Okay.
Okay, then I'll do that.
Yeah? Okay. You throw your flame at the magic thing, or above it, or next to it, or like...
Oh, better to be little in front.
Okay, okay, so like, not to hit it, but a little before it just hit the ground. Okay. Alright.
I'm praying.
Praying, okay, good. To who? Okay. To whom are you praying? Alright. Alright, so you throw the flame, and it lands just
To see
about a meter in front of the blue glowing area, yeah, and it goes and hits and kind of makes some leaves. It hits some leaves. So you're watching closely, right? So as it flies and hits, these things happen. Okay. Number one, you see that there's grass, green grass, dirt, and piles of leaves around between the farmhouse and the forest. Okay. And in some places, especially close to the trees, the leaves are really high, actually, thick piles of leaves. But close to the farmhouse, there's just some leaves and grass, which catches on fire and starts kind of, but it's not a huge bonfire. And the other thing you notice clearly is what was glowing was a cat.
Huh?
A cat. And the cat, as the flame comes, but before the flame arrives, the cat was obviously hiding behind some junk. So you see against the farmhouse wall, there's some old boards and like a bucket kind of thing, yeah. And the cat was there. But you notice that the cat jumps out and runs back behind the farmhouse. Okay. Still glowing. Okay. So you see the cat. It was hiding clearly behind the stuff, right? But as the flame throws, the cat goes byoom and jumps and runs around the house, glowing blue. Yeah. Okay. And now you have a small fire, but it's not a huge fire. It's going and it's spreading just a little bit.
If I leave it, what's gonna happen?
Don't know. It could.
Might make some big fire?
It's probably okay.
Okay.
Don't know what might happen, but probably it's okay. Because you threw it as a small fire, right? Yeah. But it's still on. There's this little fire there.
Should we smother the fire?
Well, if it's okay, then...
Okay,
Up to you.
to me.
What's that?
Cat.
Yeah.
And, I'm sorry, you also heard meow. And the dog is looking very excited.
Oh.
Oh, is there the magical cat? Huh?
I guess it's a magical cat because it's glowing.
Can you talk to the cat?
Can I?
You don't see the cat now. I'm sorry. The cat ran and it's gone.
Well, so, I don't know about D&D world so well.
That's okay. I'm here to answer your questions as a
But
dungeon master.
so the Rainelinia knows animals well, I think.
Yes, she knows animals well.
And does she know?
Well, you mean magical cats?
Mm.
Well, there's all kinds of magical cats. There's like magic flying cats, and there are magic cats. But there are also, about familiars of wizards. Do you know about familiars? Kumi? Do you know? So, I don't know. Did Kiki have an animal? Yeah, she had Gigi.
Gigi.
That's a familiar.
Okay.
So Gigi is Kiki's familiar. They have like a bond.
Okay.
I don't remember so well. I think they can talk to each other, no?
Yes, they can.
Right? Nay? So, that's a wizard's familiar. And some wizards, Harry Potter's owls, and frogs, and rats. So there's that. Those are magical creatures too. You know about those.
Okay, I think Gigi is like a special cat. He is not normal cat.
Wizards' familiars are not normal animals. That's right.
So it's not about the wizard's magic on him.
That's right.
The cat itself.
He's not really a cat. Yeah, it's like yeah. You know about that.
Okay.
You also know about this.
Okay, so then seeing that, probably we think that so this is definitely wizard's house.
That would be a very logical assumption to think that cat was a familiar of a wizard or a witch or something like that. Yeah, some magical person's familiar. Yeah, that would be what you would imagine.
Okay. So we knock the door. Nothing like to really see inside.
But it's midnight, right?
Yeah, I mean, well,
But the light in the
probably
house,
about
yeah.
8 o'clock. I mean, I think you wrapped up dinner before 7. It's not in the middle of the night, no. So, I mean, farmers and people would still be normally awake in their house with a light, candles or lanterns or something at this time. And maybe go to bed in an hour or something, or if they're normal people.
And then can we see inside?
If you get closer, I mean, these are not glass windows. They're like windows with shutters, yeah. And now there's a fire, so you can see they're boarded up actually. You know, like someone has taken boards and put up, yeah. So all you're getting is light that's coming through the cracks, yeah. Not like an open window. So you can't really see in.
No.
It's kind of shuttered up, you know, so.
Are you knocking the door?
What do you think?
For what?
Well, what you wanted to do? Find out who he is.
Yeah.
So
Ask them who he is. Who are you? Or look at the house for a while? Or chase the cat behind the house? And some doors back door or warehouse.
Ah, like a shed or a little tool shed or something.
So we'll kind of searching around.
And get some clues.
Sure. The little fire you made is starting to stop spreading and a little burning down now. So.
Oh, good.
What do you say?
Sure.
Shall what?
The look around.
Look around.
Searching around.
Okay.
How that works? So usually the door is familiar. They can the cat and then the wizard can communicate.
Yes, they can. Telepathically, yes, they can.
Telepathically.
Yeah.
So
they
then,
can, yeah.
So then the cat might tell to the wizard that there was some kind of fire, like.
So the wizard already knew about the things happened outside the house.
Yeah.
That's
already.
That's definitely a reasonable assumption. Yes.
Should we be hurry up?
Sure. Okay. And then.
Knocking the door. Knocking the door.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
You
Let's
go
look at the door.
you go by yourself. I'll be back up. Like I'll be outside and hiding and see what's going.
I'm going.
What's
I'm
gonna
going
happen?
to knock the
And then
door.
if you get some danger, then I'll think something.
Should I something? Should I be with something? Then.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get your weapons ready or something.
Tinker. Thieves.
Thieves' tools are for opening locks. Yeah, and things like that.
It's real thief. I will be a real.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. If the door is locked, you can unlock it with those tools. Yes.
Okay, I'm knocking the door.
Okay, knocking the door. Okay. There's no answer. And as you're walking,
Nothing.
yeah, as you're walking to the house, you really notice that it's dirty on the outside
Already.
and kind of broken. Yeah.
But the light comes from.
From the shutters, yeah. Yeah. But definitely it's kind of
Broken.
doesn't look in good condition at all. Yeah. And when you knock on the door, it's kind of like really, yeah, in bad condition. But you knock on the door, and there's no answer.
Okay. I'm using my tools.
Okay.
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 You
Okay.
break in the house.
As you start to get out your tools and you move the handle, it's not locked.
Really?
Where are you?
Behind the tree.
Okay. Where's the dog? You still have the dog with you? Have you sent him away, or do you still have him? With you? He's kind of like, you see he's really nervous, like, because there's, secret action going on, and he's like, I want to go, but I'm a little nervous, but he's still staying quiet with you, yeah, so. So it's not locked.
No locked.
No.
I'm saying hello loudly to the door
No answer.
at all. No sound. I will see the room through the slit of the door.
Ah, so you open a little bit and kind of like
yeah.
like peek in.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then that's all you open. Okay. So you open a little bit and you peek in, and so inside there is a cook fire, like in the fireplace, and there's a little table. There's a chair near the fire and a little table, and the table has what looks like tea, little tea set.
Tea set.
And on another chair near, you see a green hat, which looks like the one that the wizard was wearing before, and a green robe, which looks like what the wizard was wearing before you saw him the other night. So it looks like the wizard's kind of clothes there, kind of hanging on the chair. Yeah. And the rest is just kind of like a dirty, a little bit broken down farmhouse scene. You know, there's brooms and stuff like that.
Is that cold? Warm?
Warm,
Warm.
warmish from the fire. Yeah.
Are you coming here?
Well,
She
I
doesn't
don't
know.
what's going on.
Yeah. She sees you looking through the door.
You can't see me.
So she sees you. You see him just looking, kind of going and peeking through the door. Yeah, that's all you see basically.
I call her.
Okay, like, hey.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, call her. Go ahead.
Come here. Come here.
Can I use the the stealth? The
Stealth.
the checking out around there.
A perception.
A perception
Yeah, of course.
before go.
Sure, and there's still light, so you can see pretty well. So sure. There's still a little bit of light from the fire you made. It's kind of low, but there's enough light for a half elf to see. Yeah, sure.
Okay, and then nothing really weird around the house.
Okay, why don't you give me a roll?
I rolled before for.
Yeah, but you kind of each time you really want to
Okay.
check something out is a little different. So you might
Okay.
notice more, or you. Yeah. So. 9. 9 plus.
Perception.
You got perception is maybe 5. You have a good one, I think. Yeah?
5.
Okay. So you just see him at a farmhouse door peeking in, yeah, and above him is like the little roof hanging over, and you see farm tools along the side where you saw the cat, shovels and stuff, but they're like broken and stuff.
Okay.
They're just kind of like randomly thrown around. So this farmhouse looks very broken and like maybe like no one really lived there anymore. Though clearly there's light and stuff there, yeah. But it looks abandoned kind of. Yeah, like that. Or really just dirty people who are not taking care of anything around their house, right? So that's what the scene is. And that's pretty much all you see.
That's it.
Yeah.
But an abundant kind of
feeling.
the feeling or the condition, and then having a life someone is really living is not kind of matched.
That's right. It's a little weird. The outside looks like no one has lived there for a while, definitely. But clearly there's something going on, because you see light coming out and he's peeking in. And you see light coming through the crack that he opened, right?
Still kind of little odd.
Yeah.
But AJ did the
Detect magic spell. And it saw only the cat. Now the detect magic spell is finished. Sorry. It's been 10 minutes.
So if the house itself is the like a magic, like a
if it was magic, you would have seen the whole house.
Right.
Before, yeah.
Okay. So that's real.
Yeah. Well, you assume, but yeah, that's. Doesn't seem like an illusion. And the only magic you saw on the outside was the cat. And now your spell is finished, and so you don't really see anything inside. Don't know what is magic inside.
What kind of atmosphere inside the house? You said it is warm?
It's warm. It looks dirty, but looks like someone is living there at the moment. But still, it doesn't look like well kept up, but it just looks like someone is there. Spending time there. And looks like someone was just there, because there's tea. And it's warm, yeah.
Do you think that person lives this house is green wizard? How can I check that?
I don't know, but the dog was following Green Wizard, and then there was the wizard friend that the kitty seems like was there. So from those two things, and then there was a magic, and I guess that's something about the wizard, and it must be the Green Wizard.
So the most important thing we should do is meeting him again, right?
Yeah. But you said that you maybe it's kind of not.
I want ask him, who are you?
But he will say, I am the Green Wizard that you're looking for. So you wouldn't search who he is.
What will you do? You're peeking through the door, and you see green hat and robes on the chair. What will you do?
Okay. Well, I'll come. I'll come to you.
What about the dog?
With me.
With you? Okay. Right.
No. But I cannot really ask him now.
Ask him what?
Like stay there.
You can, yeah. He'll stay if you like. Yeah.
But something happened. Oh, I'll ask him stay there.
Okay. He'll kind of follow the things you want him, your requests. Yeah, because he's under a spell, right? He's not your familiar though, so you don't have telepathic link or anything. But because of the magic, he will kind of follow your requests or commands. Yeah, mostly. Yeah. So.
And then if something kind of weird thing he felt, then just let us know by barking or something.
Okay, so he looks at you like, and he kind of sits down on his butt and kind of waits.
And I'll go to Jack.
Yeah. All right. So, what is Jack going to do?
Let's enter the house.
Okay.
Be careful.
Do we or she has like detective? Do I have?
What?
Detect
Magic?
the magic or something in the house.
You haven't done. You can cast that if you want. It's up to you.
Or at least maybe I'll do the perception in the house.
Sure.
No?
Yeah, that's fine. So like peeking? How will you do peeking through like the door like he is? Or are you gonna go in? So now we're getting like we're not in combat, but we're getting kind of combat detail, like like you're sneaking into a house, so you got to tell me really carefully like what you're gonna do, right? So I know like what details are happening. Is that okay? You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
this is not a combat, but I mean you're sneaking into a house, so something could happen or it could not happen. I don't know, but give me more detailed descriptions of what you're doing now from them. So I've got you walking up to him, and you're still peeking through the door, and she's coming to you now. So describe to me what you're going to do in detail.
Okay, then now use the perception through this peeking.
Okay. I'll go ahead and roll it. It's kind of separate thing.
9?
9 again. Plus 5? Okay. Can I just tell you see everything that he saw?
Oh, okay.
Is that okay?
Okay.
For shorthand? Yeah.
Okay.
You see everything that I just described to him. Okay. And you see a backpack on the floor, and you see the tea set, and still that's pretty much all you see.
There was no backpack before.
Well, just you notice. I don't know, but you notice a backpack there too. You don't know there was no backpack because you didn't see what he saw.
I know.
But
Okay.
This is this the time to use my thieves tools?
I probably not, because I mean the door is already open, so there's not really any purpose for them right now at the moment, probably.
So basically, like, really don't know what's gonna happen if we enter.
Right.
So I could just see just what you saw plus the backpack on the floor.
In this world, entering someone's house is illegal thing?
Yes, generally yes. It's similar rules to medieval Japan, feudal Japan. Yeah.
You said hello. You said hello, but no one answered.
No.
What does that mean? If the green wizard was there, and then if he, like, why he doesn't answer? Like, he might have some kind of, I idea that prepare is something, I don't know.
Or he has already gone.
With tea left on the table?
Like avoid us, avoiding us.
Well then, do you wanna enter?
Ask your dog again.
To find him?
With sniffing.
Okay.
Or enter the house.
I can give a bless on him.
Yes.
Bless.
No, to the dog.
Yeah, sure.
To enter the house and looking for green wizard. My hiding in the house.
Sure.
Or could be out, but
Sure, if you want to try and get the dog to go in.
Well, the dog won't be hard. No.
Bless won't really help the dog not be hurt so well.
Eh?
Bless helps you do things better, but it doesn't protect you from things.
Do I have that kind of thing? Sanctuary?
Sanctuary, yes.
Only that? Then-
Only that, really. For
Okay.
what you to protect him, yeah.
That lasts only 1 minute.
Yeah, it's really short. It's kind of for combat, it's a kind of. It's not really for exploration. Right? The fire is starting to get a little bit low in the house. Like the fireplace fire is starting to burn down a little bit. The tea is probably getting cold. So you're standing outside the door talking right now, right? But you haven't really opened the door yet? Like, you're just peeking through.
And closing the door. とりあえず for now.
You close the door. Okay, got it.
So you meant that the dog to search that the green wizard is, you expect that he is out of the house. Not in the house.
You think he is in the house? Do you? Do you think he is in the house? Still in the house? Hiding?
While you're talking, the cat, you notice a cat kind of brush your legs. And the cat pushes the door, and walks in. He's a kind of gray cat, medium cat.
Magic cat? real cat.
You don't know, but you don't know if it's not glowing now because.
はい。
Ah.
おー。
Go inside. Thank
ごめん
you.
なさい。
Ah. Well, we probably need to stop here. Next.
うん。So we have time to think.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can think about what you want to do next.
I will think.
Yeah. So you got the situation.
はい。
Your
I got it.
yeah. So yeah, make a memo so you remember and think about what you want to do. Yeah, sure. Think about your spells or what you want to do. Yeah.
I will check my skills again.
Yeah, definitely. So we're playing kind of slow, but I mean this is your first time, and it's nice for you to feel that kind of tension and stuff, and learn what you can do slowly. Yeah. Is it fun?
Thank you.
Is it exciting?
Yes.
Okay,
And
good.
using brain a lot.
That's great. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the fun of it. So.
Yeah.
All right. Great. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And let's say goodbye. Thank you for watching. Not so much happened tonight, but we're together, and
It was happening so much in our head.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of tension I could feel. Yeah. And I mean, definitely we're set up for something exciting next time, I hope. Or a big nothing, who knows. But I'll let you decide what's going to happen next. So yeah, please check us out next time for all this build-up, where it's going to go. Good night.
Good night. Maybe we are too careful and too slow.
That's okay?
Yeah.